Hey guys, welcome back to Booth Customs channel. I'm John Mark Booth, and this is my buddy Austin, aka the Goon Prepper. And this is the first in a series we're doing about the ins and outs of building or buying custom ARs.
And so today, part one, first question: why should I build an AR instead of buy a stock built AR?
Which is a very good question. And in my opinion, like, you can buy a stock AR and usually they're a little cheaper, but in some cases the axiom is true: you get what you pay for. So whether you're buying or having one built, the thing I like about building my own is that I know everything that's going in to that AR, and nothing is just stock and cheap from it. Like, just for instance, this basically stock one we have here, the charging handle, like, I would want to replace that. The trigger, even this has a good barrel in it, but even like down to the barrel, like, there's things that are just not going to be as good quality if you take a little bit of extra time and effort,
Right.
and build your own. Plus, you know everything that is in that gun, so if something goes wrong, you know what you got to fix, and two, you have nobody to blame but yourself.
Something I know all too well. So kind of a follow-up on that. So what is the realistic price point that you could expect for like a truly budget custom build? Maybe like your hybrid mid-tier custom build, and then something that's a little bit more Gucci, if I could say that.
So as far as price points for a mid-tier custom build, and are we talking like optics and everything, or just the rifle?
Probably just the rifle.
Yeah, just the rifle. I would say you would need to budget anywhere between $800 to $1,200. I know that's a little bit of a range there, but anywhere from $800 to $1,200 to make sure that you get budget parts, but parts that aren't just like, you know, budget parts.
Budget versus cheap.
Yeah, there's budget versus cheap, and that's the line you want to walk.
Right.
But I would say like $800 to $1,200 would be a good starting point. You can do cheaper, and it's possible. This build I did for around $500 using all Anderson manufacturing like parts except for the barrel, which is Ballistic Advantage. So that I was able to do pretty cheaply. However, it doesn't have the trigger I'd want in it. The charging handle is not right, and the bolt carrier group, I'd want to upgrade that. Right. So by the time you do that, you're in the $800 range easily.
Yeah,
so,
for sure. Last question to kind of go along with this. And this is something I've been asked several times. What if I'm not firearms savvy? What if I'm not super familiar with the AR-15 platform?
Well, the good thing is there's a plethora of information on the interwebs. You do have to be kind of careful because since the internet is open source, anybody can post anything they want.
Anybody at all.
So generally, like, if you can go through and you can like search, for a specific aspect of what you're building, like, you can get a general idea, but then you can be like, okay, well, what kind of barrel do I want? And you can do sort of like a meta search of like what the best AR barrels are, budget-friendly AR barrels, and you can kind of compare and weed out, through that process of elimination, or talking to somebody is a great idea that's like, built before, because you can get a lot from internet research, but at the same time, you're not going to get all the minutia. You're going to get like broad brush strokes. So that would be like a first step to me, but ultimately you want to talk to somebody that has either built ARs before or like knows a lot about the platform in order to like proceed.
Right.
Because the internet can lead you down some misinformation holes.
Before you know it, you're spending, $300 on a handrail.
On a handrail, and there you go. And that's great if that's what you want to do.
Right. Oh, yeah.
It's a good handrail.
It better be for $300.
Better be for $300. But But yeah, seeking expert advice, talking to your friends, reaching out to somebody like us here at Booth Customs.
Right.
We're always glad to give info, even if we're not building. We support the Second Amendment, however it occurs.
Right. By us or otherwise.
Us or otherwise.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, that concludes part 1. Join us back next week, and we'll have some more questions and maybe answer some questions that you guys have as well.
All right. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button and subscribe below, and we'll see you guys next time.